Hi guys, it's Tuesday. I know I've been talking about homework a lot, like for the past 2 weeks, but that's because that's all I've really been doing, and I feel like that's all I'm doing, and that's all I will ever be doing, and I can't wait for the break, Thanksgiving break and winter break. I'm just gonna relax. I was supposed to study for my dynamics test that was on yesterday. I was gonna start last Wednesday, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna start and I'm gonna do this, and it'll be good. No, I didn't do it on Wednesday, and then I'm like, okay, well Thursday I can do it. And then I got home and I was like, no, I don't want to do that. Every Thursday I have 2 labs, and pretty much I have both of those labs with my friend Jose, who you saw from the fair, the career fair that I went to. And so last Thursday we had our lab, and he was like, "Oh, there's this health fair down at the rec," and which is the workout place you can go and work out. And he's like, "You want to go?" I was like, "Sure." So we went to this health fair, and they had nachos, which doesn't seem very healthy, but there was no meat, so it was just beans and chips. And then they had the Adventist booth was giving out shakes or little smoothie things, and so it was pretty good. Got a text message. So they had a bunch of booths there at the health fair, and you wander around and get free stuff just like it's a career fair. So I got this clippy, and it's from Blue Cross, little thingy there. And I got it because I needed clips for my bags, chip bags. And I got this piece of candy, which I still haven't eaten because I don't know, I got Jolly Rancher. But it had this thing stuck to it, and it says, "Get together huge sheets of paper and pens or charcoal or crayons or watercolors or finger paints. Create art together." This sentence still doesn't really make sense to me. I had to read it a couple times to figure out what it was talking about, because I don't know if it's going from plural or from single to plural or what, because I don't know. It's just anyway. And we went to this booth, and it has this huge wheel, and so you spin it and you get a prize. And I got this. It's this vision center place, and on the back it says $10 off your next purchase. If you have glasses, which most of us do, you know that $10 off anything in a vision store isn't that much. But so I spun the little wheel, and first time it came up blank, and I was like, oh, because Jose did it, and he got a cup holder, a can cup holder thing that was from our school. And so I spun it, and I got nothing. It was empty because she has to take them off. And I was like, oh, and she's like, okay, you can spin again. So I spin again, and there's another empty. And so she grabs it and goes to the next one. And so I got a book light, and I was like, the whole when it was going around, I was like, no, not the book light, not the book light. I really wanted polarized sunglasses, and I got a book light. But I think it seems pretty all right. I haven't used it yet because I don't use book lights. That's why I didn't want one. But I'm sure I'll stick it on my book. If I put it over here, and then I guess it would work pretty well. But the thing is though, is if I'm not in a car, and it's dark, I don't need a book light because I have lamps that I can turn on and read my books from. Also, when we were there, we got this karate pamphlet that these people went and talked to us about, and I was like, oh, that would be fun if I had time. I don't have time to do my homework. So, and then we put in a raffle for this healthy place or something, and I'm not really sure. I haven't read it, but I did a raffle, and I don't remember what it was that they were giving away, but I'm probably not gonna win, so it doesn't really matter. And so there was like this table, or not table, it was a stage, and then they had like the dance team up there, and they were dancing to these like weird music. I don't know, it was like in Spanish, but the Spanish was really hard to hear. It was like they blanked it out or something. And when we were there, they had just random people that were at the fair, like up on the stage with the dancing people, and so I looked up and there was a bunch of, the dancey girls, and then there was like two guys just wearing like normal clothes trying to mimic the girls, and it was pretty funny. On Friday, Jeremy and I went to the corn maze. They're at this town that's a half an hour, like it's like 45 minutes away, and they made this corn maze that has our school mascot name on it and the shape of our state, and it also has a pumpkin on it. So in the maze, there's these like signs that you wander around and you find these signs, and they're numbered 1 through 10, and they're trivia. And so when we got there, we could have bought a map that kind of shows you the map of the place, because the whole corn maze is like 10 acres, and so it was really big. And you could buy a map and it'll show you where all the signs are, so you can go and answer the questions that are on the back. So like Jeremy and I didn't buy a map, so we just were wandering around, and I think at about a half an hour we went through and we randomly found 1 through 8, like all by ourselves. We were just like wandering around and we found them, and not really knowing where we are, like after 8, like we were just wandering around, and we somehow made it all the way back to the beginning. Like we visited the beginning 3 times, and like at that point on the way back, we were just like, oh, and there was this map on the ground, and so we picked it up and we looked at it, and we figured out that when we were at 8, we were really close to the end, and somehow we went back to the beginning. So we went and we followed the map and found the last 2, and then we got out. So it took us a total of like 2 hours to get out of that maze. And what was funny is that, so you pay, it was $5 per person to go there, and it was $1 for the map. So we not only found a map there, so we got a free map. On the way back to the car, we found a dollar bill. So we got a free map and a dollar bill from the maze. So on Saturday, instead of studying like I planned, I just like sat on the couch and watched Buffy all day long. And so I was just like, okay, after this one, I'll go do my homework. And like, I'll just play another one. One more. I'll just play one more. I just kept doing that, and it ended up being like 8 o'clock, and I was like, oh, well, it's too late to start my homework. Let's watch another Buffy. And so I sat there and I watched it. So Monday was my dynamics test, and the first 2 I think I did pretty good on, but it took a long. There was only 3 questions, and so I don't know. I didn't finish the test, and neither did anybody else, really. I think maybe 2 people left before the instructor was like, hand in your tests, and I was like, but I'm not finished. Like, I've never not finished a test without at least attempting all of them. But he said that he didn't expect people to finish or something, and so he'd grade lightly, and so that's good. So today, I normally do homework and do this vlog on Tuesdays. Today we have advising, so I can talk to my advisor and figure out what classes I'm going to take next semester. It's like an open time. It's like an hour and a half. It's from 4:30 to 6. And I get to go, and they give us pizza and tell us if our choice of classes is good. So I don't know if you guys remember when I found that book at Borders the last time I was there visiting, and I was like, oh, there's this book that I was been looking for since 8th grade when I started reading it. And so I've been reading this for the past like month. I don't know, I started it after I was done with the the John Green book, Chrissy, The Abundance of Catherines, and so I started it, and now I'm almost done over here. But I think I finally got to where I didn't read it back when I first started reading it, because as I was reading it, I was like, oh, I still remember this, I still remember this, I still remember this, and then finally I think I'm to a point where I don't remember what's going on, but I still think that I remember something, but I don't know. It could be, it would make sense that I wouldn't know, because like it just started a new like book or whatever, so like I think it's up like different sections, and so it makes sense that I would have been like, oh, I need to bring this back to the library, and it's a good place to stop because it's a book thing. And so I don't know, hopefully it turns out well. I don't really know how it's gonna turn out because I haven't finished it, but it's still a really cool book. Like it's weird, but it's neato. Well, I'll see you guys later. Have a good week. Bye.